Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another YouTube video with We Go Podcast, AKA What Else is Going On podcast, a podcast where you can find wherever you listen to your podcast every Tuesday and Friday. The episodes drop. I have an episode dropping tomorrow with two of my faves. So I hope that you will download the audio and download the visual portion to watch. So I just wanted to come to y'all real quick. I made it to the gym today. So I just got back, did my little tricep workout and some cardio. And there's some things that came across my Yahoo, my timeline, all that stuff that I wanted to talk to y'all about. First up, did y'all ever watch that show Cheer? Navarro, y'all, when I tell you, I always rooted for Navarro against the other team. And the seasons that they did not win the championship, my heart was broke because I felt like a Navarro cheerleader. Well, we know that there's been a lot of things going on with Navarro. Remember Jerry, the one of the cheer people, has been in jail under child. I think I don't know what they classified it as, but basically soliciting from minor online. So he's been in jail for a while now. Well, the coach, Monica, had stepped down. Well, I just saw this. Cheer star Monica Aldama's son hit with child P charges weeks after she retires as coach. Former Navarro College cheerleader coach Monica Aldama's son has been arrested and charged with possession of child C. RadarOnline.com has learned. Legal documents state that Austin Aldama was taken into custody in Navarro County, Texas on January 18th, citing a grand jury indictment against him with 10 counts of possessions of child P. Records obtained by RadarOnline.com show Austin's charges also include possession with intent to promote the materials. He was arrested at 11:36 a.m. and released at 1:04 p.m. after posting a $20,000 bond. This outlet can exclusively reveal. The details are disturbing and come weeks after Monica retired as the head cheerleading coach at the center of Netflix's Cheer series. Her 27-year-old son has been accused of having several videos with file names describing kids engaged in SE XX that are under 10 years old, y'all. Under 10, according to the documents obtained by TMZ. Austin posed for his mugshot at county jail before being released on bond with several stipulations. Monica's son must submit to random drug testing and voluntary searches of his phone and computer. He's also barred from viewing any explicit images online. Monica shocked the world when she announced her retirement last month after joining the squad as coach in 2000. The timing of her retirement was interesting given the lawsuit against her being recently dismissed, but now her departure takes on a new meaning. This is not the first explosive scandal to hit the Navarro College cheerleading team. As RadarOnline.com reported, the standout star from the cheer series, Jerry Harris, was also hit with child P charges. Last year, he was convicted and sentenced to 12 years in prison. Harris, 24, is serving his time at FMC Lexington in Kentucky, the same facility housing Chrisley Knows Best fraudster. Wow, fraudster Julie Christie. He has a release date of January 18th, 2031, according to prison records. Monica addressed the shocking allegations against Jerry Harris before his conviction, stating, "Our children must be protected from abuse and exploitation, and I'm praying hard for the victims and everyone affected." She has yet to break her silence about her son. RadarOnline.com has reached out for comment. Y'all, that is so just he's going to jail, I believe, or should be. I mean, images of kids under 10, images of any child is disgusting. Under 10 years old, it says a lot. I wonder if she knew this was coming down the pike or possibly tipped off, and maybe that's why she retired as the coach last month. Who knows? But I'm definitely going to be watching to see the outcome of this case. Now, let's jump on over to some other news. Dave Chappelle. So we've all watched, heard, seen the clips of Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay. And during Cat's interview, if that's what you want to call it, he talked about some different comedians and he spoke highly, if you will, about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle calls out Cat Williams for dissing other Black comedians. Why are you drawing ugly pictures of us? Dave Chappelle has shared his thoughts on Cat Williams' recent Club Shay Shay interview, in which Williams insults other Black comedians. Chappelle spoke about Williams on stage at Monterey's at the Hollywood Improv on Friday, an event hosted by comedian D. Ray Davis. Although Chappelle's sets are known for their strict no phone policy, segments of his set where the comedian criticizes Williams has circulated on social media. What part of the game is this? He only ether niggas. He didn't say anything about any of these white boys. None of these white boys function like that, Chappelle said of Williams during his set. Cat is one of the best painters in the game, so why are you drawing ugly pictures of us? Stop. On Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, Williams made comments about Ice Cube, Kevin Hart, Cedric the Entertainer, Tiffany Haddish, and Steve Harvey, among others. The interview went viral and was even included in a recent Saturday Night Live skit. Hurt people, but I am a hurt person that never hurt people, and he does it all the time. F this one, and F that one, and F this one, Chappelle said, impersonating Williams. But nigga, I didn't hear anything that you did wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong. Cat didn't do nothing wrong. Cat was talking about ish that niggas did to other niggas, but not anything about what the niggas did to him. Y'all, I'm just reading verbatim what Dave said. Chappelle then went on to say if he told his story, it would break your heart, and that he lost everything and never ever told on anybody. That's interesting. So he's saying he lost everything and never told on anybody. One could say that's your choice, though. And why not tell on people that may have preyed on you or caused you to lose everything? Like, is it a badge of honor to wear that you didn't tell anybody? You know, is it a badge of honor to maybe consider yourself a martyr if that's what he's doing? I don't know. He went on to say that he does F with Cat hard, but questioned why Cat would call out his peers when all of us are trying to be in a better situation. So what do y'all think? Do y'all agree with Dave that Cat should not have called out people? Notice, I feel like, well, I'm not gonna say notice. For me, hearing that this is what he said, you know, on his set and watching the clips, him saying, I've lost everything before and never told on anybody, leads me to believe that he wanted Cat to be silent about what was done to him. It's not necessarily about him talking about other comedians. Basically, why are you telling on what other Black comedians did to you? White boys don't tell on each other. And it's like, at what point do we stop protecting, and outside of even comedy, do we stop protecting any predators or abusers or people that have caused you to lose stuff? At what point do we tell the truth about everybody? I get it. I don't like to necessarily, you know, when you got to report on stuff or even talk about stuff with people that look like you, yeah, sometimes you're like, dang. But I mean, at the same time, if somebody that looks like me is abusing someone or taking advantage of someone, then they need to be called out all the same. Like, enough is enough. So what I got from that, again, is Dave is kind of like, yo, the white boys don't call each other out. Why are you doing it? I don't know. What do y'all think? Again, do y'all agree with Dave? Do y'all think that he shouldn't have said anything because Cat didn't say anything negative about him? I'm interested to hear what y'all need to say about this. And do you think Dave Chappelle's going to go on Club Shay Shay? I don't think he's been on, right? If he has, let me know. But I'm wondering if that will be the next person on Club Shay Shay. And last question, do y'all think that any other comedian can go on Club Shay Shay now and be just as viral or more viral than Cat? I feel like yes, but they would have to tell a whole lot. So let me know what y'all think. Let's jump into some Bravo stuff. Dorinda Medley. Clip. You fool. Remember when she said that to Sonya? Y'all, that was funny. So I want to talk about some things. Dorinda Medley defends Real Housewife of Salt Lake City's Monica Garcia amid backlash. There should be no cast member that sets ultimatums for other cast members. I enjoyed Monica. I hope they don't take her off. The 2-season star of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip personality took to her Sirius XM show to dish on Salt Lake City's dynamic new cast member. This whole thing, like one Real Housewife has to go, one's got to stay. No, no, began the Roni alum. If someone doesn't like it, they can leave. Dorinda continued, there should be no cast member that sets ultimatums for other cast members. Why is it so bad to want to be a Real Housewife? Wondered Dorinda. Do you, do you don't think I'm reading what she said? Um, by the way, this is coming from tasteofreality.com. Do you don't think that each one of us didn't go through the interview process and go home after and be like, I want this? It's the same BS when people are fired or, like me, put on pause, which I will stand by till I die. Because you know that's been a bone of contention or something, if you will. She gets real offended if you say she was fired and not put on pause. So many of these housewives are like, no, I actually left on my own. I don't want to go back. I was terribly sad and I want to go back. I'm waiting for the call. Why is that so bad to say? So she's saying basically, again, she wants them to bring Monica back. Other cast members of your show shouldn't be able to dictate whether or not you come back. And why is it so hard for these women to admit that they really want to be housewives on the show? And she admits again, she wanted to be one and that she's still waiting for the call for her to come back. Now, my question is, what would they bring her back to? I don't know if they would put her on the new Roni with the new cast. Maybe she wants to keep doing Ultimate Girls Trips. Who knows? But what do y'all think? I get what she's saying. It's okay to admit, yeah, I want to be a housewife. That's okay too. And speaking of Dorinda, let's get into something else Dorinda said. Dorinda Medley shades liar Heather Gay over her black eye revelation. Why is it okay that Heather lied all year long? Dorinda Medley shared a strong opinion she has about one of the OG Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. During an episode of her Sirius XM show, Make It Nice with Dorinda Medley, the Real Housewives of New York alum shared her thoughts on Heather Gay not being honest about Jen Shah giving her a black eye during season 3 of Salt Lake City. I like Heather Gay a lot, but why is that okay? Heather lied all year long last year about the black eye. Heather lied to production, lied to the audience, lied at the reunion, elaborated the former Roni legacy star. I want to hop on to reunion 3 because I'd be like, really? At least I'm not a liar, liar, pants on fire. She put a lot of people out for that. So she's saying basically Heather lied to a whole lot of people on production and she wished she could get on season 3 and call her a liar, liar, pants on fire. Y'all remember when she said to Sonya, liar, liar, hoe on fire? She say that classic Dorinda line. So do y'all agree with Dorinda? Do you think it was okay for her to tell that lie? Let me know what y'all think. Last thing, whole lot of lawsuits going on. Now, this story, shout out to my boo, Carlos. Carlos sent me this story, and I told him, I remember hearing about this story, but not realizing that Phaedra was a part of this lawsuit. So y'all remember Roni, Ultimate Girls Trip, Phaedra and Brandi Glanville were a part of it. And the butler decided to sue for SA. I knew that Brandi was a part of it, but I didn't realize that Phaedra was also a part of that lawsuit. So this is an article, an update. Bravo fighting Real Housewives butler suing over alleged sexual harassment by Brandi Glanville and Phaedra Parks. Bravo and the producers behind Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip fought back against the butler who worked on the show and filed a lawsuit over alleged sexual harassment on set by Phaedra Parks and Brandi Glanville. According to court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, because nobody else seems to get these documents other than TMZ, the network and producers Shed Media asked a court to dismiss the case brought by Marco Vega. Vega worked as a butler on the second season of the Housewives spinoff that aired on Peacock. The season featured a series of former housewives taking a vacation at ex-Roni star Dorinda Medley's Bluestone Manor in Massachusetts. In his lawsuit, Vega claimed it was Miss Glanville who, on Rugged in the Berkshires, actually harassed and abused Marco Vega. His lawyer trashed Bravo and producers for allowing Glanville to be a cast member. Defendants had overwhelming prior notice of Miss Glanville's prior deviant sexual proclivities and sexually harassing conduct. The suit added, however, despite this knowledge, defendants wrongly continued to hire Glanville for their shows. Defendants allowed, condoned, and even encouraged Ms. Glanville's sexually aggressive and offensive conduct on others on sets. Vega claimed producers were aware of Glanville's tendency to, I'm just going to say it, I'm sexually harass others. In addition, he claimed producers encouraged Glanville to become drunk on the set so that she would be more likely to commit outrageous and harassing acts. In the lawsuit, Vega even accused Parks of sexually abusing him. Defendants further encouraged other housewives, such as Phaedra Parks and others, to become inebriated and sexually harass others. As a result of defendants' actions and inactions, Ms. Glanville and Phaedra Parks, sexually abused and harassed Marco Vega, causing him emotional distress and other damages. Vega said that during the September 2021 production, Parks slapped him on his backside while Glanville ripped off his shirt while another woman performed a striptease for the case. He said Glanville told him, "Earn your money, Marco. Take your shirt off. Do something." Vega said he suffered emotional distress over the incident. Glanville and Parks are not defendants in the lawsuit. Okay, so they're not defendants. They've just been named in the lawsuit. The lawsuit is really against Bravo, I guess, and Shed Media. In the newly filed motion, Bravo and producers argued his case was filed in the wrong state. Two of his claims were filed past the statute of limitations and labeled another one of his claims frivolous. Further, they argue he never raised the issue of sexual harassment on set. Plaintiff's vague allegation that he told producers that he was being sexually harassed by Glanville lacks any specificity, including when he allegedly made this statement, to whom, and how they responded, the motion reads. In addition, John Paparazzo, the showrunner and one of the executive producers of the season, said, "I was present and observed the cast for the entirety of the burlesque show, event, and dinner that evening, including the portion of the evening when plaintiff danced with various members of the cast. Based on my observations that evening, plaintiff seemed to be having a good time, laughing and participating during the event." He added, "I did not see anyone touch plaintiff on his genitals or any other private area, nor did anyone ever report such conduct to me or, to my knowledge, anyone else associated with the show." Further, Paparazzo said Vega was never terminated from his employment, disciplined, demoted, or suspended. There was never any adverse action taken against him on the basis of his sex and or gender or for any other reason. He was never deprived of compensation, terms, conditions, or privileges of his employment and was paid in full for his services. The showrunner added, Vega voluntarily returned to work as scheduled the day after the burlesque scene was shot. His employment came to an end, along with the members of the cast and crew, when photography for the season was wrapped. In addition, Paparazzo said Vega never complained to him about the alleged sexual harassment on set. A judge has yet to rule on Bravo and Shed Media's motion to dismiss. So what do y'all think? At this point, how many times has Brandi been accused of this behavior? I'm not saying she did or didn't do it. I'm just saying it's been a lot. Are we ever going to get the season with Carolyn Manzo? Because we know Caroline accused Brandi of some things from that season. I feel like, I'm going to be honest, for me, I've never cared much for Brandi Glanville. I feel like she can be a little reckless. But again, hey, housewives thrive on that type of chaos, right? But there was an energy about her chaos to me that kind of turned me off. Now, don't get me wrong. She did have some things on. She contributed to Beverly Hills for sure, 1000%. But I just feel like some of her energy, I think it was a bit too chaotic for me. Like, whoa, I don't know. But this is a lot. Do y'all think that the butler has a case? What's his name? Vega, Mr. Vega, Marcus Vega. Do you think that he has a case? Do you feel like he's out to get money and thinking that Bravo would just settle with him, but instead Bravo and the production, Shed Media, are pushing back. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. I will talk to y'all later. Make sure you download the podcast wherever you find all of your podcasts, what else is going on, and subscribe, comment, and share the YouTube. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.